There is two questions lately for me from friends, and I like to share with you on how I think about these two questions. One is about asking me about what is my methodology of doing this Xiu Tao research. Actually, because my background is engineering, so I do not go for the path of try to theorize or hypothesize something and then try to prove it right. Okay. What I do is I just get the Qinquit, the Yikang Qinquit, okay, and I find the White Crane Wing Chun, which is the mother art writing documentations, and the Mei writing and documentations, and the details. Use the mother art to define what is in the Yikang Qinquit, in the Yikang Xiu Tao Qinquit. So that way, it is not me thinking or I interpret or whatever. It is based on the mother arts, the mother arts documentations. It defines what is in the Xiu Tao Qinquit of the Yikang. Okay. So that way it's like we know the boundary condition. The boundary is setting by the mother arts. We know what is there, okay, without speculations or interpretations. I don't want to do that. Why? Because it is not about me or I understand or my interpretation is the best or anything. It is, I want to know what does this writing of Yikang Xiu Tao present as it is. Obviously, we might not know 100%, but by with the definitions of the White Crane writing and the Mei writing, we can see very clearly what it is. Okay, so it is take myself away, independent of the situations. Okay, on the subject, and let it come up whatever it is, and then, well, test it and see whether it can reproduce the result. I mean, that's the engineering way, right? I mean, if you think this technology is based on this tool technology, then test it, fuse it and test it and see whether it gives result. If it gives result, then you know it is what it is. Okay? And you always can, after you get the result, trace back and check whether the result is the same with what the ancients speak about, talk about or not. If it is, then you know you got it. Right? You have the key, you turn it on, you crack the codes, you understand it. So there's how I do it, and how the approach I do it. And it is really critical that it is very lucky that we can find the Mei documents and the White Crane, because without that, your guess is as good as my guess. And what is the point for those guesses, right? So to see things as it is the most important thing. It doesn't mean it doesn't matter it's me or who or whatever. As I usually tell people, follow the Qinquit, don't follow me. Okay, because I might miss something, oops something. But if you follow the Qinquit of the Yikang Xiu Tao, and then you got the mother arts, the White Crane and the Mei document to define it, then it's pretty clear. Everything falls very clearly. It's surface, right? Okay. So in other words, that I don't like to, I don't take the path of the set a theory like, Wing Chun is from Shaolin, then you try to prove it. For me, I don't want to do that. I don't take that path. I say, okay, this is what it is. Let's find. Is there anything support this thing? If it's yes, see the whole thing, and then you test out, see whether you can reproduce the result or not. If you can reproduce it to the first order, then you know it is the track, right? So I actually don't make people wrong, right? If people want to say that, oh, Wing Chun is from Shaolin, I don't want to make them wrong. Now they are free to theorize and everything, but at the bottom of the day, at the end of the day, the bottom line is, will there be support of it? And so at the end of the day, right, it cannot be just a speculation. So I believe all religions and so forth, so forth. And one thing interesting and what I can tell you here too is that if you want to look at the 1700s Wing Chun King when it produced, okay, since the legend say that Miu Sun created the Xiu Ling Tao sets, and Miu Sun is teaching Yin Yi, the father of Yin Wing Chun, this art, but only in Miu Sun's deathbed, Miu Sun tell Yin Yi saying that what I taught you for this time is not white crane. It is white crane fusion with my arts. And now we know what the art of the Miu Sun fused with white crane is Mei Zhuang. We know that by writing already, right? There's a fact. And we know too, with this legend, 1700 Wing Chun, supposed to look at 1700 white crane. Because all this time, Miu Sun taught Yin Yi thought it is white crane. And other people obviously is going to thinking, oh, this is white crane. Okay, but this is not, because only at the end, Miu Sun tell Yin Yi in his deathbed saying that, okay, this is not white crane, okay, this is different stuff. Okay, so by today, per today's view, in my humble opinion, if you want to look at the set by the Grandmaster Li Gong, the 12 joint power, 12接力, the white crane, Grandmaster Li Gong in the white crane from Hong Kong have this video. You look at it, it has to resemble those kind of things, because those are the older versions of the white crane. And if you compare that with the Xiu Ling Tao, the Yikam Xiu Ling Tao, the part 1 which I performed, okay, you can see they are pretty similar. And of course I do not know Grandmaster Li Gong, but when the Xiu Ling Tao, Yikam Xiu Ling Tao part 1 is performed with the Kin Kit, following the Kin Kit, and both, you can compare them. They looks really sister, like a sister. Okay, so that's what I see for that. Okay, so that's the history part. Okay.